WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event on the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the Architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins,
the visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance at WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania, but this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with a Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, 2 men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
The pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the 2 men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Whoa! All the way down to the floor.
Talk about a jumping nothing. A real miscalculation on their part. Sent straight into the barricade.
Delivers the knee. CM Punk will burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the Wise Man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight. The focus squarely on Rollins there. The triple threat rules will continue to be a factor. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents, and CM Punk's corner tonight, though. The question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
He quickly slides into the ring. Oh, look at this. Neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
Rollins has no answer for Punk's well-aimed attacks. Oh, great display of strength with the suplex.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Clothesline! Reigns back out again. And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
Introducing the steel chair into this match.
Boom! Right at the target.
Let's see if Punk can find an answer after taking that. He has a kendo stick in hand, and this place just turned into South Swanson Street.
Punk dodges out in time.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived in the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield is built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it. Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Oh, man! And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Roman has to wake up and get going in a hurry. Oh, heads up, chairs flying. Who knows what's coming next?
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
Neck breaker! Boom! Did you hear the impact?
This is the main event of WrestleMania, and if anyone can dig deeper than most, it is Seth freaking Rollins.
Sliding into the ring now.
Schoolboy line to put this one away.
Oh, that'll break up the pin.
Just in time, too. This is why it's good to have a manager. Good to have an ally who wants you to win as badly as you do. And we'll introduce Taking Flight. Crossbody from the top.
And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is the tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid.
Good reflexes from him there.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation.
He's able to counter that. CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate. Big time height on that kick. Time to go for a ride. Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair. Just caught all that with his face, but now CM Punk looks like he's opened up. Reigns laying down the gauntlet for his opponent. Boom! DDT!
And enters
From the top!
Seth Rollins just goading his opponent.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count. Beautiful neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty. This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority. And a clothesline counter.
And he's taking this to the outside now. Man, that is going to leave some serious ropes.
He gets into the ring.
Getting out of harm's way.
Had it scouted. Now can capitalize.
Roman just mocking his opponent now.
Decides to leave the confines of the ring.
Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now, an Anaconda Vice locked in.
Oh, not looking to win this. He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry.
And look at this fight back, refusing to be dragged around any longer.
Looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now.
Punk has that look. Gonna try to.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Down with a GTS. That has Roman counting the lights.
Delivered into the barricade.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now. Rollins known to be here. And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Paul Heyman tried to stab his man CM Punk in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now, Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
Hit on CM Punk.
Are we sure the shoulder was up? That was so close.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. Punk never saw that coming.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that. Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Stomp into the ground. Did Rollins get enough of it? Superman punch. Oh, Mongolian chop. This has been a clash of epic proportions.
If I wasn't here, I would think this match was a myth. Three across the way. Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed chop. Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
Spear! That could be Punk's demise.
Two. Oh, my, that was close.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always...
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this.
And just eating a knee on the reverse.
Strong impact.
This has truly been a match for the ages. Nay, a battle for the ages.
And as this battle rages on, the crowd can't help but show their appreciation.
Seth Rollins is your winner. The architect drew up Reigns and Punk's defeat perfectly.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins. Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. Taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who...
Suicide dive! Whatever it takes to win.
Turning themselves into a missile.
And hitting the drop zone. Dead center. Bringing the fight closer and closer to our announce desk.
Let's just hope they don't bring it onto our announce desk.
Wow! What a slap! Got him where he wants him.
Up and picture-perfect Falcon Arrow.
CM Punk who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the wise man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight.
Seth Rollins just sitting back and degrading his opponent. He didn't plan for this.
Seth leaves again.
CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since walking out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk that he indeed will one day main event WrestleMania. Paul Heyman said, "I will be with you when it happens," and it has.
Well, no matter the outcome, CM Punk will forever be a WrestleMania main eventer.
Seth flying hard into those steel steps.
Using the table to cause some serious damage. Left to right's already forming from that kendo shot.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more perfect.
Look out! Suicide dive!
Throwing all caution to the wind.
And boy, did it pay off. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out there. Grabbing an item from under the ring is perfectly within the duties of being a manager.
Double underhook backbreaker.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
CM Punk is firmly in the driver's seat.
God Lord, brutally swinging that steel chair.
Oh!
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps, of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their
CM Punk. He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
He didn't even let the count hit 1.
Hooked up. Oh, shit breaker. Just to climb the top rope.
Oh no, trapping the arm.
Flying. Heading to ringside now. Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
He is looking to do some serious from way up. Double axe handle connects. Hooked up.
Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
From above.
Watch out.
Consecutive has certainly picked up.
The heel is hot, and now it is being bent in directions it was never designed to go.
Stretching and tearing at all the ligaments in the leg. Sliding back into the ring.
Will Reigns close this out?
Breaks the cover, and this match continues.
Going after the arm in a big way.
Russian leg sweep.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the angle.
And he just decides to end the hold. Wonder what he's thinking here. Oh, great wherewithal there. Snaps the leg across the head. And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Red. That pathetic.
And a schoolboy catching their opponent by surprise.
The ref not even getting to one.
What's it going to take to put this match away?
Rollins drops his opponent. The star connects. Will that go the count out?
Delivers the sling.
Going for the cover. He might just have it.
And he fights it off.
Color me impressed. I have no idea how he managed to kick out at this point.
Oh, that hurt. What a counter. Crash landing.
Struck with a calf kick. Smartly dipping out of harm's way. Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here. Oof.
Running knee in the corner. Jumping neck breaker. Ouch.
Thumped with a big blow.
Uh-oh. Counter by CM Punk. He's got something coming.
Reigns is trying to pick his opponent apart.
And set. This one's for the match. And he saves the matchup.
Man.
Forearm to the jaw.
Punk avoids the attack. A well-placed calf kick there.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Go to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank.
Uh-oh. Oh, he cuts it off.
Oh, man. Superman punch.
Oh, just floating through the air.
Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent. Here we go. Gets out of it with a well-placed knee to the face.
Man, well-placed calf kick.
CM Punk out. Connects with a Uranagi. And textbook CM Punk. Anaconda vice grip.
Can the visionary hang on? Things are beginning to fade to black for Rollins.
The architect better figure a way out of this. Breaks up the hold.
Just as it was getting truly brutal.
Put into the corner. What could be next?
Powering clotheslines. Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned?
He's grabbed the steel chair. Only a matter of time before he uses it.
And with more punishment landing on the body, he must be getting winded.
I think that's something of an understatement, actually.
Oh, that chair shot delivery. Oh, here you go. Rollins got surprised there.
On Punk now lifting his opponent. Oh, a back go to sleep. Seth has got to dig deep now. This just might be the greatest match we've seen in a while.
I don't don't think anyone can argue that. Cover, cover, this could be it. Punk has beaten the odds, has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, Punk.
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles. But after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other. And after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 200.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
The wherewithal to counter HBK. Just from a style standpoint, Bret and Shawn are totally opposite. Bret's slow, methodical, with a technical approach, versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We could go back and forth about which style is better, but it all boils down to simply who wants it more.
Textbook fireman's carry takeover. Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected, the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Bret and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Bret and Shawn have called each other.
Into the ring. Boom! Good defense from him. He's not in a good spot here, guys. What a hook. The challenger is going for it. The champ avoiding a 1 count.
He completely powered out of that pin attempt. And averting damage there. Oof, stiff blow to the midsection.
Knife edge chop. Sudden cutoff from Bret.
The spine absorbing all of that impact. Just welting the back with those laces.
Discus clothesline.
So much momentum.
Putting some serious wear and tear on that leg. Our champion is doing everything possible to make sure their opponent can't stand up. And something Bret has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
From the top!
Completely missed the mark there.
Bret Hart with a rough blow there.
Yes.
I think that throw moved the entire ring.
Strong suplex. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
He's going to break his leg. Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Oh, directly to the knee.
And the Hitman continues to deliver. Figure 4. Leg lock.
This could be lights out real soon. Who's to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
into the unforgiving barricade.
Double axe handle smash. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Cuts the attack off. Backbreaker.
That'll realign your vertebrae.
And the onslaught to his core is continuing.
If he keeps taking targeted strikes like this, he's going to be doubled over before long. He's completely tied up.
Belly to belly.
Uh-oh.
Change of plans, a hit to the stomach.
Chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
Hitman never saw that coming. Placing him in the corner.
Scooped up for a slam.
HBK looking to silence this Montreal.
From the top.
Misses big time. Gentlemen, this is what I believe we refer to as unloading.
Bret lining him up from the top turnbuckle.
Wants to finish this.
And Bret up the top rope to the referee knock.
Oh, crossbody wipes them out.
Turns that in his favor.
Bret gets out of the way in time.
And there was some force on that move. Impressive reversal from Michaels.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Shawn nor Bret look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title. Crashing down on his opponent's head.
This is Hitman wanting to punish.
The Hitman now, he's got all the time in the world to lock it in. There it is, sharpshooter.
Wrenching in the submission even tighter. We could see him tap at any moment now.
Yeah, he needs to fix.
Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? Well, you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the extreme.
Falls Count Anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you soaring all the way to the outside.
However much you think that hurt, I promise you it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy.
Makes it incredibly difficult to walk.
And with an onslaught of strikes like that, it's clear they have nothing but punishment on their mind. One step ahead there.
As these two extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we are seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle.
Let me correct you there, Michael Cole. I would definitely classify CM Punk as an extreme legend and an icon, but in this arena, Cactus Jack is something more than those things. He's damn near a deity in this building.
Cactus Jack can really brawl with the best of them, especially the more physical the match gets. In fact, that increased physicality only seems to fuel him even more in a fight.
Yeah, that's the sadistic nature of Cactus Jack in full effect. Cactus knows how to tap into something dangerous, something unpredictable, something that most superstars wouldn't even dare to go anywhere near. But as we all know, CM Punk is just built different. And when Punk has to, he can tap into something dangerous himself. Connected hard with the calf kick.
Steel, glass, pyro, electrical, so many things on that stage have the potential to do some serious harm. And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it.
Able to slip out of that situation. Oh, man. Cactus Jack looking worse for wear.
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
Fireball to the face. The cover for the win.
And a shoulder is lifted before one.
Using the cranium.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
What a hit from Jack.
Neater on the rocks.
Strong counter from Punk. Lifted and completely helpless here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not today. Caught by surprise with the DDT.
Picked up and being carried around now.
Down through the table. Thunderous splash connects.
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it
Into the Anaconda.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Oh, Jack caught by the counter. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Oh, the knees at the last second.
Ooh, he fends that off.
Oh, what an axe handle.
with a splash.
CM Punk looking. Jack just got out of there.
Oh, look at this. Neck breaker after the float over. That was brilliant.
Cactus Jack has nothing but mayhem in mind for his opponent.
Boom, what impact. Planted with a neck breaker. What happens next is anyone's guess. I can't wait to see. Punk taking a look under the ring apron now.
Oh, he's about to leave his mark on the competition with that kendo stick.
Sheesh, that's going to leave a mark.
Oh, man. Escape just in time. Boom. Oh.
Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. And Punk making his way back to the ring. He has truly gone to a different zone, you guys.
Bam! God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh.
Cactus Jack is having problems here.
Yeah, CM Punk is looking to inflict as much punishment as he can to truly slow Cactus Jack down.
Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for their trouble.
Oh, did you hear that?
Violent artistry, courtesy of Cactus Jack and CM Punk. That's what this bloodthirsty crowd clearly wanted. And now, that is exactly what they are getting. At both of these men's expenses, physically and mentally.
What an interception! Dragon screw! And Jack is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Good chance for Cactus to gain his wits about him.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there.
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Taking him to the corner now.
That gets reversed on CM Punk.
Quick exchange of counters there. And he's able to avoid that offense.
Strong counter from Punk. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Oh, yeah, Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it.
Into a left hand.
Jeez, that's going to leave a mark.
Going for the heel now. And cranking that joint.
Stretching and tearing at all the ligaments in the leg.
Ooh, what a kick.
Oh!
Reversal. And that turns things around. Hooked up. Oh, shit breaker. And a late pin attempt by Cactus Jack. Kicks out after one.
After everything we've seen tonight, he must be using the reserve tanks at this point. They poured it all out in the ring tonight, and the WWE Universe is showing their rowdy appreciation. Man, that is going to leave some serious welts.
This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already. Placed against the turnbuckles. Boom! What a right! Caught that and reversed it.
Punk dodges out in time.
Into a sleeper hold. Oh, and a neck breaker. An unrelenting assault being brought to Cactus Jack.
Punk is proving hard to deal with.
That holds back Cactus Jack's attack.
Punk now just railing away on his opponent and dragging them up on the turnbuckles. This will not be pretty. As CM Punk goes, the plunge. I don't think anyone has ever kicked out of that.
Shoulders down. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
What a violent match this was. CM Punk has to be feeling some kind of catharsis, making it through this and, most importantly, making it through Cactus Jack.
While Punk may have won the battle, but the thing about a sadist like Cactus Jack is that he has no problem soldiering on with the war.
Yeah, CM Punk and Cactus Jack just went through hell here. But we know for a fact that's where Cactus Jack feels most comfortable, win or lose. Punk deserves to celebrate, but he should also watch his back from now on.
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you going to back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm going to do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant.
And a quick pin attempt. And a kick out.
I knew he wasn't getting pinned that easily.
Got him where he wants him. Up and connecting with the Falcon Arrow. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Rebellious, hard-headed, venomous. Just a few of the words you could use to describe both CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But which of them is the biggest, the baddest, the best? Tonight, Austin and Punk aim to find out in a no-holds-barred match. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist. Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
And Punk making his way back to the ring. Neckbreaker!
I think Austin is finally starting to realize this CM Punk kid can brawl.
His no-holds-barred stipulation. Who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream up the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this stipulation and put Stone Cold in a world of hurt.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely impressive, guys, but look at the list of competitors that Punk has stood toe-to-toe with in the ring. Kane, Triple H, The Rock, and The Undertaker. CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi and takes...
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Different in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Oh, look at this. Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty. Cinching in the arm wringer, but
popped in the mouth. Slips out of the way.
Caught with a neckbreaker. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure it.
And here's Austin looking to end it right now. Kick out just before two.
And kicking out at this point, this quickly, definitely sends a pretty serious message.
Bashing away with that hockey stick.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Huge kick connects. Oh, my God, guys. Punk's got Austin at his limit. The rattlesnake is in deep trouble. Oh, my Lord. We can call that high sticking. Boom. No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury. Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet me. No, the GTS. Could that keep Austin down? I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and... spirit of Punk on full display.
Austin has put away so many opponents like this before, but tonight is going to be a tougher battle for the Rattlesnake.
These two Hellraisers are blowing the roof off this place.
And the WWE Universe is loving every second. Oh, what a stunner.
That looked just as devastating as when his opponent does it.
And now gets tossed into the ring. He kicks out at 2.
Good Lord, scarily close to 3.
Oh, taking that hockey stick right to the head.
Able to parry that one.
Finds the mark. Big back body drop. Boom!
Sterling back to his feet, but he might not know where he is.
Totally helpless at the moment. Check your face after that one.
Man, Punk's face is really starting to show the damage of this match.
Back into the ring here.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Sleep. And Austin is out.
And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble. It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk, the best in the world, has stopped.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva lo Aso, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
Latino Heat!
From him.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago, only one of them will stand tall.
And Punk gets countered there. CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkid. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE. And boom!
Big splash! And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off.
You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell.
Throwing caution.
Completely missed the mark.
Played with fire there and got burned for it.
Such a questionable decision to take that risk at this point in the match. Eddie with a reversal. And Guerrero is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Prime opportunity now for Eddie to get some separation and gather himself. Struck with a calf kick.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino heat. See you
to the sky. Off the mark with that one. Loving blow. Northern Lights. CM Punk headed to the top rope. Perched up top.
Oh my God. He's going back for more. How much stamina does he have?
Lift off.
Quick evasion.
Kick to the knee. La Maestro cradle. Perfectly applied.
Shoulder up even before a 1 count.
Amazing. Up and...
Oh, knee right to the spine. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
Northern Lights.
Tope Atomico finds the mark.
Stalking from above. Up high.
Bam.
And another climb. He's making a statement here.
From above. Incoming.
Wow, cross body. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. Guerrero's tangled up. What a clothesline. Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record... Uranagi by Punk. He turns it into the Anaconda Vice. This one could be over. And this hold is getting tighter and tighter.
A pure battle of wills now. Can he hold on long enough to escape the hold, or will he be forced to tap?
Oh,
Hooked him up. And a suplex. CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some...
Each shot landing with a little bit more venom.
Ooh! And this match is swiftly turning into a knockdown, drag-out affair. Ooh! All this heavy artillery is really adding up.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Barely anything left, but still slugging away.
Oh, chin-breaking uppercut. Headed to the top rope. Looks like he's coming back in. Neck breaker.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade. But don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie breaking those barriers will keep the best in the world from giving everything he has.
Shoulders down. Does he have it? His arm shot off the mat before one.
How on earth could he not keep him down for even one at this point?
Propping him up in the corner.
Oh, look at the scope slam.
From the top. Saw that coming and quickly got the knees up. Clubbing blow. Punk sidesteps out of that.
Oh, clothesline.
He's starting to get up, but he might be put right back down. Big push.
Shoulder down. Could this be it? Kicking out before the count.
It might be stubbornness or...
Sliding into the cover, looking to end this.
Using the ropes for leverage. That's not right.
You have got to be joking me. Not even a one count. How?
Oh, he timed that counter well. Oh, a kick. Wow. Backhand hits the target. Northern Lights. Oof. He's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something big here. Look at the height. Frog splash. Taking advantage of the opportunity. Something of a cocky decision, him just stopping the pin like that.
Up and a perfect Falcon Arrow there.
There's a fisherman suplex.
Evades the attack and not a moment too soon. What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep. Guerrero's on his last breath.
Time to go for a ride. Oh, an exploder suplex. A steady stream of moves taking out Eddie.
Guerrero is showing some vulnerabilities in his game.
Eddie Guerrero, Corey. Latino heat.
Crashing down with a brainbuster. Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago from the top.
Gets the knees up. Incredible wherewithal.
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda Vice.
Submission locked in. Are we going to see him tap?
This is a grueling hold. Taps out from the excruciating pain.
Here is your winner, Punk!
This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience.
Let alone in front of your hometown. on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.